this fits into
this. This is my longer term travel makeup bag, and we're going to go through everything that's in this that I take for makeup on my travel adventures. For many women, makeup is a must-have on their travel adventure, and I'm one of them. I don't necessarily wear it every day, but I like to have it with me in case I want to dress up or do something and go out. However, that means a lot of times makeup for many women means it takes up a lot of space in your luggage. And for a lot of us, we want that to be in our carry-on luggage because we don't want to lose it, because we all know how expensive replacing all that stuff can be. So I have two makeup bags that I take with me. Now, I don't always take both. I usually don't take both. If I'm going for a week or less, this is my makeup bag that I take with me. And why do I only use it for a week or less? Because the amount of material, makeup, and stuff in here really is only going to last me about a week. However, I do have a makeup bag that I take when I'm going for 2 weeks or longer. So this is that makeup bag, and that's what I'm going to cover in today's video. If you want to know what's in this makeup bag, I'll put a link up here so you can go ahead and find out what's in this, because it's almost like a full toiletries bag that I put in my personal carry-on. So if they lose my luggage, I pretty much have everything, but that's what's in here. But this is going to be just makeup that I bring with me on my travel adventures if I'm going for 2 weeks or more. So let's get started. Number one, I'm going to start off with the bag itself, and that means it's a bag that just kind of opens up like a little accordion, as you can see here. And what I love about this is whether I'm setting it on a table like this, which could be like an airplane table and I needed to do my makeup, or even balancing it on a small sink where there's not a counter at all, this bag is wonderful. It doesn't spill anything. I mean, I've used it in turbulence. I've used it on the edge of a sink. It works great. And I love how it opens up like an accordion so I can see everything that's inside nicely and get to everything nicely. So let's get started as to what I have in here. I'm going to start off with tools because many times that's the most important thing and they can take up a lot of room. And the number one thing I like to take is a lighted makeup mirror. I use a larger one at home, obviously, but I wanted something that I could take that would light up. And this has a couple of different light modes on it, as you can see, for daytime, nighttime, and evening, that kind of thing. I love this. It also has a magnification. And it's a rechargeable. It's not a battery operated thing. It's rechargeable. And I just plug it in with USB-C right here and it's ready to go. So a great makeup mirror that's lighted and allows me to see a pretty good range. It's not as good as a real big one, but it does the trick. The next thing I have in here are my brushes. And I do one thing special with my brushes, and that is I keep they come with these little mesh holders. I keep these because when I'm not using them and they're sitting in here, it helps keep my bag a little cleaner, but it also helps keep my bristles nice and tight and in place. So I will just pull them off like this to use them and then go ahead and just expand them back and put them back on so that I can just keep my bristles nice. Now, this particular brush, you'll see it has a flat end right here, which you can use for like foundations, and then a blush brush right here. But it also opens up and reveals a couple of either, you could use it for contouring or you can use it for concealer, but it has one on each end that allows me to use that to touch up different parts of my makeup, like under my eyes and things like that. So I get 4 brushes in one with this for my face, and this works out great. Again, keep the little mesh things. They come with these things. I just put them back on, and then it just keeps them. Sometimes I'll pull it down like this and pull it right back up, and it keeps them right in place and nice. And again, just helps keep your bag a little bit cleaner too. So just keep those on your brushes. The next set of brushes I have are brushes for my eyes. And I like to have a pretty delicate touch when I'm using like eyeliner, eyebrows, anything like that. This has a nice angled brush on one end right here, and then it has a straight edge brush. Both of these are fine. I like this, so if I'm using it for eyeliner or anything right against my lash line or to fill in my brows with color, this works out great. And then the next one is if I'm going to be doing things like smudging underneath for a smokier eye, there's this one. and one that if I'm going to be putting a color in the crease of my eye, this one. So this gives me a variety of brushes that I can use on my face. You can see they don't take up very much room, and I really have 2, 4, 6, 8 brushes in the span of this little set right here. It works out great and fits nicely in this bag. The next thing I have in here are actually reusable Q-tips, and they're not actually cotton. They're made out of silicone. They have a bamboo handle. But what I like is when I need to fix a makeup mistake or something like that, I can use this. It kind of wipes off the makeup, and I can wash this off and reuse it. So that's really nice. These come with a bamboo case, but it's too big for me to carry. So I just keep them in this little plastic container. I don't know. I think this is, I got little eyeglass fixer things in this, and I just kept it and I put that in here just to keep, those things with me. My next tool in here is my 3-in-1. This is a tweezer, as you can see right here. And it's also a brush for your brows or your eyelashes. And if you take this cover off, it has a nice separator for your eyelashes. As you can see, they're a little sharp, so I make sure I keep this on here, and I keep it in this little section here so I know it's not going to fall apart and I don't stick my hand in there and kind of get it caught. And the last tool I have is an eyelash curler. I love how compact this is. For me, I just want something I can use quickly and I don't want the big handle. This works fine for me. Super lightweight, and it comes with an extra little rubber gasket. So if I need to replace this one here, this rubber gasket fits in the bottom as a replacement. So I love that about this eyelash curler. The next thing I'm going to go through here is my makeup. I'm going to kind of go through it as I put it on my face just to kind of show you how it goes. And the next thing, this is always after moisturizer, after sunscreen and things like that. Number one, I have this by Laura Mercier, which is her highlighting primer. And as you can see here, what I like about it is I sometimes wear this by itself as just a little glow for my face. You can see it gives a very light coverage, not much. But that's all I need sometimes is just something like that. So I'll use it sometimes alone. And a lot of times if I'm going to be using this, I use it together. And what I do is I put a dot of this on my hand. And you don't need much of this stuff. And a little squeeze of this foundation. This is by IT Cosmetics. It's got sunscreen and it's also medium coverage, it says, but I think it's pretty full coverage. I just use a little. I don't use much because I don't wear a lot of foundation, and I mix them. I mix them right together on my skin right here, and this gives me a little bit of a shimmery foundation look on my face. It's great, especially in the winter if your skin's dry, but even in the summer when you just want a little glow, as you can see, creates a nice thinner foundation when I mix it with the primer together. So I love that about this particular foundation and primer set. If I am looking to set this with something with a little bit of powder, this is what I use as Bare Minerals. Now I've had this for years and I just keep refilling it, just buying the mineral veil. And then what I do is I just dust it on here to kind of mattify. If I want to mattify, you can see how that mattifies that look, sets your makeup. It doesn't completely mattify. You can still see a little shimmer in this, and this works great for me for just kind of setting my base makeup. I love that. I don't normally wear a concealer. Matter of fact, I very rarely wear concealer unless I'm going to be doing some sort of, you know, special event or something like that. I don't wear it. So now my face is made up and I'm going to go into my actual makeup palette. I love this set because look at the color combinations here. Everything from like this terracotta color to sand, and then some of these muted browns. These are great to contour and use as eyeshadows. And then the two here are a little bit frosted, as you'll see here, just a little frosted color. Use these as eyeshadows most of the time. And that way I have my eyeshadows and my makeup contouring and blush all in one. I like these colors because they're not too dark. I can layer them on, and I love that I can use them to highlight and contour my skin. So this palette works out great for travel. This is again by Smashbox and it's called Cali Contour. I don't have to feel like I add any extra blush. I kind of have a little redness in my face from the rosacea anyway, but I do love this set because it just kind of makes me look sun-kissed in the summer. So a wonderful set to have, and it fits nicely right here in my little makeup bag. All right, next we're going to go on to eyes. And the number one thing I use is an eyebrow pencil. I like this one because it has a little brush on this end to kind of brush my brows. I like that. And then it has a nice medium color. What I like about the color is that it's not too dark, it's not too light. I don't do brush strokes to fill in. Sorry, I kind of pushed that too hard. But I just like to create a little bit of a shadow in my natural brows to make them look like they're a little bit thicker. I just carry and put it in sparser areas, and that's the IT Cosmetics Brow Power. The next thing I have is my liner. Oh, I love this liner. It's by Stila. And what I love is I can create really tiny brush strokes that are just thin like this, or I can do broad strokes when I want to do something that's a little bit more dramatic. I also love, this is a stay all day liner. I can put this on today. It'll last all day. It won't come off until I actually take it off with makeup remover. Pretty much the same with the brow stuff. It's just kind of set for good. And I'm not one to mess with my makeup during the day. I don't like to deal with it again once I've got it on. So now I come to my mascara. Been a Dior girl most of my life. I love it, but I wanted to try this and I'm glad I did. This mascara is by Wandered, and what I love about it is the brush, number one. This brush, for people like me with short Asian lashes, works great. I can work it in and then stroke up to get to my lashes. I also like that it is a little bit stiffer once it's on my lashes. And why? Because as an Asian person who have lashes that don't curl, once I curl my lashes with this, I immediately go and put this on and it keeps my lashes curled. And I love that about this. I also like that it's in this tube, so as it starts to get low, I can kind of get in here and get it around and squeeze the tube around the brush and use up all of the mascara that's in this tube. So this is my new travel favorite. All right, the next thing is lips. And the one thing I put on is I can't use lipstick. I don't know what it is. I can't use it. It makes my lips literally within hours start getting chapped and peeling to their bleeding. So, but I found this, it's by Stila, and it's their Stay All Day lip color. And when they say stay all day, it stays all day. I put it on for a wedding. I went in the afternoon. I had dinner. We were dancing. It stayed all day. Love this lip color. It's I guess it's kind of like a stain mixed with lipstick, but it's not lipstick because I can wear it and I don't get chapped. So I love this lip color. They have all kinds of colors. I like this. It's just kind of a natural color for me, and I just love it. There's very few lip things that I like because of that whole chap thing, or they're too gooey or whatever. This is great. And what I love about the lip paint is you don't need much. So I usually just dab this on my lips and kind of spread it with my finger. Really don't need very much of it at all. And I'll just spread this on my lips and it gives me a nice rosy beautiful color. And folks, this lasts me all day. I don't know what it is with this paint, I don't know if it stains my lips or what, but it'll last me all day. Even after I was eating, I still had color on my lips, so I like this Stila lip paint. Works really well for me. Right, the last thing I have in here is some perfume, and I don't wear perfume all the time, but if I'm going for a longer trip, I like to have it in case I'm going out and I want to put something on. This is refillable, and if you can take a look at this beautiful case, it's mother of pearl and a gold finish here. It's just lovely. I think it comes in a pack of two, and I have another one with a different perfume in it, but I just love this. It's refillable, so all you have to do is pull this out like this, and then there's a way to pump this perfume right in here, and this fits right back in there. Then my glass is all protected. As you can see, this turns out to be a beautiful little case. It's just lovely. That's it. That's everything that's in my travel makeup bag. What do you carry in your travel makeup bag that might help all of us travel a little bit lighter, a little bit smaller? If you have some great suggestions, put them in the comments below because I'd like to know. I think everyone here would like to know how we can travel lighter and smaller on our travel adventures. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button because I put out a wacky travel video every week. Until the next time, remember to juice life, drink the joy, keep life simple. Try to get yourself a few little small things to pare down your makeup bag. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.